The time is 2 o'clock. Here's the news update. 8 people have been burnt beyond recognition in a fatal auto crash at Onigari near the Foursquare Church camp along Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. The auto crash involved a tanker loaded with petrol and a truck conveying a container loaded with passengers, causing a fire outbreak and explosion. Several of the passengers were trapped in the container, the petrol tanker heading towards Ibadan and the truck conveying a container loaded with passengers on its way to Lagos brushed each other, resulting into a side collision. Spokesman of the Ogun State Traffic Compliance and Enforcement Agency, TRACE, Commander Babatunde Aghemerio, says following the side collision, the tanker fell on its side, splitting petrol on the road, which caught fire and the explosion. Aghemerio explains that the accident caused a heavy traffic jam on the section of the expressway where traffic is diverted for the ongoing reconstruction of the expressway. Joint Admission Matriculation Board (JAM) says it has so far registered 1,451,691 candidates for the 2018 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination (UTME). It also registered 39,663 candidates for direct entry (UTME). JAMB Registrar Professor Isaac Oluyede makes this known while receiving the acting chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) in his office in Abuja. And meanwhile, JAMB says it has extended the registration of candidates for the UTME from February 6 to February 11. The UTME is scheduled to hold on March 7. Top leaders in Plateau State have cried out over the massive influx of herdsmen and kidnappers into the state from other states in the north-central region. The leaders say they have noticed their presence in some communities in Barkin Ladi, Riyom, Basa, and Boko's local government areas. The leaders, including the president of the Catholic Bishop of Nigeria, Archbishop Ignatius Kaigama, and leaders of the Jamaatul Nasir Islam, the Fulani community, raised the alert in a communique issued at the end of a meeting of religious and ethnic community leaders in the state. They also expressed concern that most communities in the state have been militarized with the proliferation of illegal weapons. A 30-year-old woman, Mrs. Victoria Kagariga, is to die by hanging for killing her husband in Yanogwa, the Bayelsa state capital. A Bayelsa State High Court sentenced her to death for stabbing her husband, Henry Ganagana, on February 4, 2014, at their residence in Yanogwa. The woman, according to the prosecution, stabbed her husband in the neck following misunderstanding between them. Justice Naya Aganaba, in his ruling, says the accused killed her husband with passion out of jealousy and sentenced to death by hanging. In foreign, aftershocks continue to rattle Taiwan after a strong earthquake that killed at least 4 people and injured more than 200 others. The powerful 6.4 magnitude tremor struck about 20 kilometers off the island's east coast. Multiple buildings across the city of Hualien have been badly damaged. More than 140 people still remain unaccounted for from one building. Residents in the city of Hualien have been told to stay away from their damaged homes, and about 800 have taken shelter in community buildings because of the aftershocks. People reported feeling the quake in the island's capital, Taipei, more than 160 kilometers away. Ogun State government says it is finalizing plans to revive the Gateway Tertiary Institutions game preparatory to the forthcoming National Sports Festival. The State Youth and Sports Commissioner Afolabi Afwagbe, who made this known at a news conference in Abeokuta, says the game will hold in May to discover more talents and groom them for the festival. The state government, according to him, is upgrading facilities at the MKO Abiola International Stadium, Model Lawal Stadium, and Alaki Sports Center, all in Abeokuta, to enhance the preparation of athletes for the festival. On the readiness of the Gateway Football Club of Nigeria for the Nigerian National League, Afwakwe says more than 30 players will be recruited to ensure the team promotion to the Nigeria's elite division. That was the news update. I am Aghemerio Oaikhenan. Good afternoon.